Yes, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Tommy Maroon Sports Show right here on WCTV. We should have ourselves a lot of fun, to say the least. There's my name right there, Tommy Maroon for Tommy Maroon Sports Show. What else would it be? We're talking Cavs, we're talking Guardians. First, the Cavs, because, hey, they clinched a playoff spot. How about that? There's a good player by the name of Donovan Mitchell. He leads those good old Cavs in points per game with 27.6. and steals per game with 1.5. Jarrett Allen has 9.9 rebounds per game. Darius Garland, 7.8 assists per game. And Evan Mobley has 1.5 blocks per game. All right, let's look at the what do you call it now. The game recaps. That's right, the game recaps, including that one right there, which we'll get to in a bit. But first, we got to talk about the Cavs and Nets. Cavs won 116-114. Epic game, I must say. Donovan Mitchell, 31 points. Evan Mobley, 26 points, 16 rebounds. And Jarrett Allen, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 32 points. Joe Harris, 15 off the bench. Those previous two players that were just mentioned were both for the, who do you call them, Brooklyn Nets. And then neither team was winning by more than 10. I think the Cavs had 10-point lead. If not, it was the Nets, of course. And Isaac Okoro. How about Isaac Okoro? A clutch corner three late in the contest to win the game for the Cavs and inching them one game away from making the playoffs, which was absolutely incredible. I, for one, couldn't believe it. Seeing Isaac Okoro do what he did right there, just camp out in the corner and drill a clutch three, is nothing short of magnificent. In this game right here, where the Cavs clinched a playoff spot, it was a 108-91 wine and gold winner. And Jarrett Allen with 24 points and 14 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell, 22 points. Evan Mobley, 19.7 rebounds. Jalen Green, 30 points. Alperen Sengun, 14 points. And the Cavs are in the playoffs. It's official now, as mentioned a few times in this episode. But the Cavs are in the playoffs for the first time since 2018. That is hard to believe. It has been a while since the last time we have seen the Cavs in the playoffs. Of course, they made the play-in tournament last year, but failed to advance to the playoffs, so there was that. It's the first time in 25 years that the Cavs made the playoffs without this guy named LeBron. Who would thunk it? 25 years. Oh, ye gods. That is absolutely insane. I, for one, cannot believe it. And then just last night, Cavs against the Hawks. It was a tough loss for the Cavs, 120-118. That was out in Atlanta, where Donovan Mitchell had 44 points. Darius Garland, 27 points. Evan Mobley, 20 points, 15 rebounds. DeJounte Murray for the Hawks, 29 points. And Trae Young, their star player, 16 points, 10 assists. Cavs held a 10-point lead in the first quarter, and the Hawks out-rebounded the Cavs by double digits, 11 to be more exact. And that is what happened during the game. Of course, the end of the game right there was pretty epic because the Cavs are now in the playoffs. Let's look at the standings, shall we? Of course, those are just some of the final points of the game. So the Bucks have clinched the division. Boston, Philadelphia, Cleveland, and then New York and Brooklyn. Looks like the Cavs will be playing next. Pardon me. There it is right there for you folks. Meanwhile, in the Western Conference, the Nuggets have clinched a playoff spot, as the Grizzlies as well. The Kings have been a pleasant surprise, a very odd surprise, I must say. Typically, they're never good, but they're looking to make the playoffs. Mike Brown doing a great job. You may remember him when he was in Cleveland for a while, but still, that is impressive. Now, time to talk about something that's coming up tomorrow. That's right, the Cleveland Guardians. That's right, they are back already. Led by guys like Emmanuel Clase right there, who's just one of the best closers in all of baseball, to say the least. it's always fun to watch Emmanuel Clase pitch. But yeah, one of, if not the best closers in the game, but I'm pretty sure you all know that by now. Josh Bell, one of the other key players that was acquired over the offseason actually for them. And Stephen Kwan was a Rookie of the Year candidate from last season for Cleveland. And Oscar Gonzalez, nicknamed SpongeBob for having the SpongeBob theme song as his walk-up song, best walk-up song in the entire game. He's got power. He's got clutch hits. 2 walk-off hits from the postseason last year, one against Tampa. That was a walk-off home run in the 15th inning, and the other one being a walk-off 2-run single up the middle. Went down to his last strike to stun the Yankees. Us Guardians fans went absolutely nuts, even though they lost the next 2 games, which a lot of us Guardians fans would like to forget. Jose Ramirez is an MVP candidate, as always. He's usually up there. Shane Bieber, a Cy Young candidate who was dominant last October, including Game 1, the wild card around where he just dominated. I think he went 7.2 innings or something like that. He went quite a long distance out there, which is very rare, especially in October in baseball. Tristan McKenzie, meanwhile, is hurt. Guess who has Tristan McKenzie on their fantasy team? That's right, this guy right here. 2 months due to injury. That's always frustrating. Let's look at the season schedule, shall we? Of course, the Cleveland Guardians schedule looks like that right there. Starts tomorrow against the Seattle Mariners at T-Mobile Park. And then in a week from then, it's going to be Guardians-Mariners for the home opener. That's right, they'll play the Mariners within 1 week of each other. That's kind of weird. And then after that, it will be the Yankees. That's going to be a huge series, I must say. A very big series considering the fact that the Guardians lost an epic 5-game duel with them back in the ALDS. There's also New York on May 1st to the 3rd. Then after that, you got the Mets. I'm just highlighting some of the big name games, like the Mets on the 19th to the 21st. That'll be at Citi Field. Then St. Louis a week from then, right at Progressive Field. That will be on the 26th to the 28th. And then in June, you got the reigning world champions, Houston Astros, on June 9th, 10th, and 11th. And then after that, it will be a long flight down to Southern California where they will play the Padres. And it will be from the 13th to the 15th at Petco Park. And not to mention the fact that it will be a rematch of the infamous World Series on June 30th to July 2nd when it's Guardians-Cubs. Of course, any time the Cubs are ever mentioned to us Guardians fans, we definitely don't like that. Then after that, it'll be the Braves on the 4th of July. Then the Kansas City Royals for a 4-game series. And then the All-Star break, which will also be in Seattle as well. And then the return against Texas, Pittsburgh, then the reigning national champion Philadelphia Phillies in a 3-game set, weekend set. And then Houston a week from then on July 31st, my little brother's birthday, to August 2nd. And then Toronto, who's looking like a good candidate for the division title in the American League East. They are going on August 7th to the 10th. But before that, August 4th and 5th against the Chicago White Sox is a famous Rockin' Blast. Always a lot of fun. It will be a rematch of the wild card series after the Toronto series when the Guardians play the Rays. And that will happen again on September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd when the Guardians play the Rays. And the season comes to an end on October 1st where the Guardians play the Detroit Tigers. Oh boy, this should be a lot of fun, I must say. Now let's look at the predictions. How will the Guardians look, in my opinion? I think it's going to be a good season for them. I really do. I did the math. I did the predictions. I have them going 93-69 this season and a potential division championship. I didn't do every other team because that's a lot of hard work. And when you're in college, you have higher priorities, that's for sure, over, okay, I got to do every game, who's going to win, who's going to lose, whatever the case may be. But yeah, as you can tell, things aren't going to be that easy for Cleveland because unlike in years past, every team plays every team. I think this is the first time MLB's ever doing it, where every team plays every team, sort of like what they do in basketball and hockey. And divisional foes, rather than playing them 76 times like you did in years past, you play them now 52 times. But some things remain the same. You play your American League foes outside the division in 2 series, one at home, one on the road. Like, for instance, for the Guardians, that would be the Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, A's, Angels, Rangers, Mariners, Astros, Blue Jays, and did I mention Red Sox? I don't know. I'm thinking Red Sox, Orioles, Rays, Yankees, Blue Jays, that too. I'm sorry. But yeah. And then with a young and smart team and one of the best managements in all of baseball, I think this is going to be a good season for the Guardians. I really do. And it's going to be fun as well. Tito is one of the best managers in the game, and he should have no problem with this gang. So now, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, it's opening day. We'll see how well the Guardians will do. And of course, you know I can't wait until August 18th when the Black and Green Brigade return to the football field. That's in 142 days from now. My word, look at that. 142 days till it's time for high school football. We will have you covered all summer long with predictions and all that fun stuff. Trying to see if Joe Idle has. Nope, he does not have the 2023 season all set up yet. I mean, give him time, of course. I mean, it hasn't even started yet this season. We're only 142 days away, which is hard to believe. Of course, countdown you always love the countdown, but the countdown really picks up when the baseball season and spring sports are over. Once it's summertime, that's when you really got to get it going, the countdown. It's hard to believe, but high school football is almost here, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost here. We have April, May, June, July, 4.5 months, about 4.5 months. That's hard to believe. So we'll keep you posted on that. Make sure to subscribe to WHBW and follow WHBW at WHBW Sports on Twitter, which is where you will get updates about our YouTube channel for Highland and Baldwin Wallace content. There's a BW lacrosse game today, a Highland baseball game Friday, and a BW lacrosse game Saturday. Until next time, I'm Tommy Maroon. So long, everybody.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.